Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Bonding, a love story about people and their parasites from Bald Comics. This is a standalone graphic novel. It's about 208 pages. So let's take a look at the creative team here. This book is written by Matthew Erman with art by Emily Pearson, colors by Kaylee Birch, and letters by Andworld's Justin Birch, designed by Tim Daniel, who really does a lot of books over at Vault. So first, let me say I am really glad to see Emily Pearson on a graphic novel. I love her art. I follow her on social media, and she's always posting like character designs. And I really appreciate the aesthetic. So let's talk a little bit about this book in particular. I'm new to everyone else on the team, other than the artist. So in this story, wear your love on your chest, a man, a woman, and their parasites. Marcus has been alone since the loss of his closest friend and has just recently entered into dating scene. While Laura has drifted in and out of relationships since high school, they meet, they have a great first date, and Marcus almost dies because the slug-like parasite that everybody carries in this world nearly rejects him. Its host, Bonding, is a funny, quirky, and honest look at love in a world where everyone wears their anxiety not on their sleeves but on their chest like big old leeches. Uh, this is this was a very interesting adventure. I think the whole concept of everyone has these, and you'll see some in the preview art, like everyone on their chest has like these slugs hanging out, and they are part of them. Like this is a new thing that is common, and they talk a little bit about the before times before everyone had a parasite. Uh, so it's really interesting because it does. The book really drops you into. I mean, it starts off with a first date between Laura and Marcus, and that already right there is something that can be full of tension, just on a normal everyday activity. But it's really funny. It's just definitely just worth getting into it. It has a little bit of like body horror type of stuff to it. I think Pearson's art really works because although it's very stylized when it comes to like the slugs and their relationship, um, I don't know, it really adds a different layer to this book. So let's take a look at some preview art so you know what I'm talking about. And look, I one of the things that one of the books that Pearson has done in the past is a book about fashion. So I really love the outfits that are put together for this. I don't know that I would ever wear anything like it, but I just really like it in the characters. Um, and as you can see here, everything is kind of designed. This whole world is designed for these people who have the slugs in their chest hanging out. As they're eating a meal, the conversation seems very natural, but definitely full of anxiety. Like, just, I love the expressions on the characters' faces. That's the part that really adds another layer of anxiety and like just raises the tension. But as things are getting a little better, as people become a little more relaxed, especially in this big panel here, this full page, like the characters seem a little more relaxed. They've had dinner, they've gotten the unpleasant business of like getting out of the way of like all this first date type of stuff. And then we get into the big crux of like Marcus's bug or Marcus's parasite rejecting him. um I don't know, it's really fun. Like just from the get-go you'll start. The book's also very well paced within chapters, and there's little things that I didn't really notice until I went back and I was putting stuff together for the review. So let me go back to the preview pages here. On this large page, um I hadn't noticed there's something. They talk about a war with the parasites and why it is, why the world is the way it is now, just to give you a little bit of an update. And we learn more information about the world in general as the book progresses. But like there's little hints and clues, like you see this ship thing next to the moon, which definitely has a lot to do with the parasite. I don't know, I don't want to give too much away, but just little subtle things like that. um it was really really fun to get through this book. There are some really actually like interesting moments within the characters, some romantic moments, and some moments that are more just like make you kind of shudder a little bit. But I think Pearson's art is perfect for this type of work. because it's not grotesque in any way, but it definitely can make you feel unease, which is really interesting. So I'm very excited to see how this is received out there. Like I mentioned, I hadn't seen a book by Pearson in a while, and also introduction to some new creators like Erwan and Birch on Colors. So I love stuff that Vault's putting out. I think it's always weird and just out of the norm. And it also just has some, like, all the books from Vault Comics that I've read in the past few years. They've just been a lot of fun. So we really appreciate having the chance to look at this graphic novel. So if you have read this book, let us know what you thought about this in the comments. If you haven't, I recommend you go check it out. Maybe look at a free preview or something like that. Check out a few preview pages, something like that. But yeah, it is very exciting. So as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.